Today we're going to be comparing three iconic muscle cars, the Mustang, the Charger, and the Camaro. The Charger is going to be taking place for the Challenger and the Charger in this video, and we'll be representing Dodge. All of these cars would come with V6 and V8 options. The good part about competition is it forces companies to take risks they wouldn't take alone. We're going to be grading on styling, performance, aesthetics, and an X factor, which is going to be any significant pros, cons, and or anything that this car will offer as far as an aftermarket application. For the Mustang, we're going to be taking out my heavily modified S197. This thing has the works as far as wide body kit, suspension, and all of that. We're just going to be grading based on the base platform. So this is my Mustang. I've had it for about 6 years. I've fully modified it. They've watched me build this car from like its original stock body when I wrapped it black to what it is now. I think the platforms themselves are pretty decent platforms, but every Mustang's so different. Like an S650 is wildly different than an S197 versus even the, what is it, a GT350?
Yeah, well, the S550.
550, yeah.
The next generation.
So I just think, it depends on what Mustang we're talking about. In general, the Mustangs go back. I think Fox bodies look dope. I think there's a bunch of really cool Mustangs.
Well, if we're talking about muscle cars, Mustang is the only muscle car that never stopped its production run. It ran straight for over 50 some years at this point, and it's had 10 million production cars. It's the only one of these three that never got discontinued for any period of time.
You know, the Mustang is kind of like the Honda Civics of muscle cars. It's reliable, it's there everywhere, and it's nice.
There's a reason, I think, why, like, when you think, like, pony cars, this comes to mind in particular. It is that classic symbol of a muscle car, and I also think it is kind of the default. So I don't think it's going to win on necessarily, like, the most crazy styling in per se, but I think it's probably going to be, because it's that iconic, it's that default, I think it's going to be middle of the line as far as styling goes.
It's also a little older than the other two. But the other two are 2019 and 2012. Or 2018, 2019. This is a 2012.
Yeah. So it is a little bit older as far as styling goes for the three. It's also the most extremely aftermarket modified out of the three as well.
That does sound good.
It might be the best sounding car out of all three, though. It might be the V6, but in my opinion, this sounds the best.
It sounds nice. Now, the nice thing is that we're not necessarily comparing apples to apples here. You know, we are comparing V6s and V8s, but we are more just comparing the platforms themselves and what's the best platform to get. I'd also say that Mustangs are probably one of the more reliables of the two, considering Hemi and LSs are in the other two.
Yeah, by far. I think even with the V8 options that Camaros have, or the V6s, the new Camaros that we're going to be driving, they do a 4-cylinder option for economy, and it puts a lot of wear and tear on the seals of those cylinders that are running heavier whenever they flex, which is great for fuel economy, and it helps make sure it beats emissions, but it puts a lot of wear on the motor, which is not something which I would want to sacrifice.
I think that the nice part about this car is the visibility is actually really nice on this car. The noise is nice. I have no like interior complaints. It's plastic, but it's not like, it doesn't feel too cheap. It doesn't feel like I'm in like an exotic car either, but that's kind of what you expect out of a muscle car. It's in between like a daily driver and like an exotic. Yeah. So I feel nice. This guy's got like the nice aftermarket Alcantara steering wheel and all that.
Carbon fiber steering wheel, Alcantara. Originally, this is the pony package, so it comes with LEDs and it has leather seats. Another thing about this car is its drivability. Windows up, there's no drone when driving it. It's perfectly loud when you want it, but then deadbeat quiet when you...
Yeah, now that's not the case stock, but, you know, with a little aftermarket, you know, exhaust, you should be feeling it pretty good. So far, this car is actually scoring great marks with me. I've never daily driven this car. You know, Sky has, so Sky is very used to this car. I've never daily driven this. I've driven this on very few occasions. I think this is scoring fairly high for me right thus far.
Yeah, I think it's a good balance. It's a blend. It's performance and handling without sacrificing any sort of comfort. The visibility is good in this car, which I really enjoy. And as far as we're marking for a daily driver, which is an X factor for me, can I take this car out consistently? It's deadbeat reliable, and I think it's checking off that dailyable. People track this car. People drag this car. People drift this car. Every single motorsport you could play into, this car has a place inside of. So it's not one or the other. It's kind of a blend of all. First thing we're going to grade is going to be performance. How do you feel the performance of the Mustang is?
I'm going to go with, and I cannot do points, right?
No. Oh, this is tough. I'm gonna go with a 4 on performance.
I'm gonna give it a 4. I think there's a little bit more to it. I think even in the V6 model, it's pretty capable, but I think the performance, there is a little bit more I'd be wanting out of a muscle car potentially.
I'm gonna echo. We're gonna go with 4.
Okay, so we got 4 across the board.
Okay, we're gonna
unanimous decision. Okay, so immediately after that is handling on a car.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
I think
I have a controversial one.
I'm gonna say a 3.
3? I'm gonna say a 5.
I'm also going with 3 on this one.
Okay.
I
only said 5 because it can do drifting, it can do track.
You have
and
to
it
change
can do
suspension. You have to change this. You have to change geometry. You have to change a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
This is not out of box drift car.
Yeah. I mean, I do know people that just throw on a
350Z, you can dead ass drift style.
Yeah. Okay. Styling.
I think styling, I'm gonna have to go with. See, this is the shitty thing is every Mustang's different. If we're talking a Fox body, that's
The
a 5.
potential of what it has.
A Fox body, that's a 5. I think an S550, that's a 3. I think that this car is a solid 4.
Yeah.
I wish I could do points because I would do slightly higher, but I'm gonna.
I
stick
would
with 4.
do 4 as well.
If we're going with the S197, we're going 4.
Okay, I'll take a 4. Okay. Cool.
And then X Factor.
As far
Is
as
there any big pros or cons?
X factor in a car, I think pros is. I think the aftermarket applications on this thing, there's literally full websites just dedicated to modifying Mustangs. And I think because it's been a platform that's existed so long, there is so much aftermarket help on this car. As far as even like thinking about like V8 platform, the swivel.
I'm gonna say my X Factor score out of 5 is a 3. It has no crazy thing that blows me away, but it also has no cons that will take it away from doing it. I'll say it's a solid.
Okay.
I'll say it's a solid car. It's got none big cons, no big pros.
I'll say 4.
I'm partial platform. We're going to go with the 5.
5. Let's go. Okay, X factor on the shit. Sounds good. We'll add up the score and then we'll give Mustang an overall score. So this is the only V8 out of the ones that we're going to be driving. This is a old retired police car that is an all-wheel drive version of the Charger. So it's also the only non-rear-wheel drive car that we're going to be driving today.
Now there is a rear-wheel drive. That's like the main version, right? The RT.
Yeah. So the main RT or the Scat or the Hellpack, all of those are going to be rear-wheel drive options. The SXT and the police version is the only one that's offered in an all-wheel drive application. Which I also think changes the handling of this car quite a bit. It feels, even though it is the heaviest car out of all of the cars, I think it also feels a little bit more planted because of the fact that the power is going to all 4 wheels versus just the 2 in comparison. So
It's got a nice little growl.
no, it sounds great inside. It sounds very quiet exterior.
This car needs an exhaust.
Yeah, I think once I put an exhaust on, it'll be a little bit more manageable. How do you feel about the interior and the entertainment system?
The interior is a little lackluster. I'm gonna be real.
Yep.
It's plastic. There's not a single leather piece other than my steering wheel.
Yeah.
There's no I hate not since this is a retired police car. It's got one of those
column shifters,
Yes,
you're driving a U-Haul truck.
It is a little U-Haul-y. It gives me less satisfaction and go fast, and it doesn't feel exciting. I'm not pushed to the back of my seat, even though I am moving 80 miles an hour. The car just doesn't feel like it.
It's so heavy that when it gets to there, it feels planted, but you're not getting that thrill of the response.
And also, red line's at 5,700. No, the red line is just so low because it is a Hemi. It just doesn't rev high, so you don't get the exciting the pops and bangs and whatever.
Yeah.
Also, this Chevy in front of me is killing me on this. How's the handling?
I feel like it's responsive, where if you want to put it somewhere, it's very comfortable.
It shakes like crazy.
It's only because of the suspension.
Suspension. Do you put different suspension in this?
These are just coils. So
Okay.
the original strut tower is just with a compressed coil that
Lowering springs.
Yeah.
That's nice. I'm gonna let this guy go ahead of me so then I can give it a proper little.
Oh, he's gonna go drive.
Perfect. Time to put this car in action.
I think as far do one you're going straight.
This is easy. This being a four-door, it almost feels like it's trying to be a family car, but it's not, you know?
Yeah, well,
it's got like, it's a 0.5 family car.
Yeah.
It's not fully a family car.
and they steered away from their roots. Their roots are like, it's a two-door muscle car, and then I think they appealed to the masses with this one, with making it a four-door. I do have to say, as far as body styling goes of the Charger, even though it's a four-door, this is the only four-door I actually really love the body styling of. Camera.
The first gen of these was ugly as hell.
Yeah, I think a lot of the older generations of this car doesn't really excite me. I think the aftermarket applications for the styling of this one is heavily supported, which I really like.
Yeah, now. But
Yeah, now. I don't think the ones back then. I think even like Fox bodies have more aftermarket support as far as styling and performance than the old school Camaros or the old school Chargers as well.
If I was not looking at my speedometer, I would have no idea how fast I'm going.
Yeah.
I have no like haptic feedback of the car and how quick it's moving. It could be moving any speed,
Yep.
and it feels the same.
Yeah, one thing I do wish out of this is that there was a little bit more thrill factor to it. It gets up and goes,
But you never go back in your seat.
No, you never,
like
yeah.
feel that.
100%. It's I would say it's quick but not fast, which is cool.
I wouldn't say it's the reverse. It is fast but not quick.
Oh.
Quick is like the slow.
Oh no, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's like fast top end.
But not quick as far as
Yeah.
like get up and go. I do also have to say though, I think as far as the uniqueness aspect, out of all the cars that we're going to be driving today, I see the most of these on the road versus any of the other cars that we're going to be driving. So as far as an X factor, I think that kind of lowers it because there's just such a bountiful amount of them on the road. The retired police cars, but then just the typical trims that were offered by Dodge.
How many trims were there?
There's like 5 different trims that were offered in this platform, but as far as if we look at production numbers, this would be the highest if I had to guess. There's a lot of these on the road, and as far as an X factor, I don't think it wows me. I think it meets all the bare minimum.
It got 4 doors.
But it isn't exciting. Yeah, it's great. If you're looking for a muscle car that can also be a grocery getter that you can drive all your friends with, this checks all of those boxes.
If we're gonna have a squad night out, this would be the car I'd
Yeah,
carry.
it's great for mobbing with the friends, but...
So out of performance, what are we giving this? 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this, as far as just performance, not handling, I would give it a high 4, low 5. I'm gonna say 5. Okay.
We're keeping it consistent. We're going 4.
4. Okay. As far as handling, how are we feeling? 3. 3. I'll give it a 4. I feel like I can't deeply put it in corners. Okay, I think it's pretty good. How do you feel, Jacob?
We're just going 3.
Okay, 3.
It's a brick.
It is the heaviest car. Almost 5,000 pounds.
Yeah.
It's 4,800 or 4,900.
Yeah.
It's literally the heaviest car by 1,000 pounds to the next car that we're comparing.
That's fair.
Okay. Styling on this car. Do we get any points back? Or are we winning anything back?
I'm probably gonna say 5.
There's styling. I think this is probably the best looking, in my opinion, American muscle car.
Is this stock?
What?
Is this out of stock?
This is what the best
The
one
potential.
in your opinion. What's the potential on this styling was? I think this could be a 5. I think this might be the best American muscle car. If you don't count a Corvette as an American muscle car, that is. I think a Corvette, if you count it as an exotic, then I would say yeah. I'm gonna say, you're saying 5, I'm gonna say 5 as well. What are you saying,
We're
Jacob?
giving it a 4.
4. Okay.
Solid 4.
X Factor. X Factor, a 2. 2? I'm gonna bump it to a 3 because they've got a bunch of superchargers and
I was just gonna
mods.
say 3 for
For
what
the
it can
modability.
do. Yeah.
I would say 3 for modability.
Okay.
It's not crazy though on the X Factor. Like, I like that it's got 4 doors. That's a part of it, right? So
It's capable, but it's not. There's no wow.
Like, you can drift this, but it's not a drift car. You can track it, but it's not a track car.
Yeah.
You can drag race it. It's not a drag car.
I
like,
agree.
it's just kind of decent in every category. It's got no big cons.
It's too heavy to be competitive in any of the motorsports.
It's too comfy.
The points that it's winning is the comfort aspect. So
Yeah.
it can't have a wow factor if it's just comfort.
The music system's pretty good.
Alpine music system's pretty good. Jacob, what are you gonna give it for the X factor?
Skyler said it best, but we're giving it a 2.
2. Okay. So for performance, it's 4.33. For handling, it's 3.33. For style, it's 4.66. And for X Factor, it's 2.66. Okay, so this gets 3.74.
That's higher than the Mustang.
No, that's lower. The Mustang's 3.92. This is 3. I think that's valid.
Yeah.
7.4.
I was gonna be worried if it was higher than the
The
Mustang.
comfort of this car is way higher than Mustang, but everything else is pretty much lower.
Yeah.
Like everything else. I think honestly, the fact that we're grading in the system that we are, I think we're getting a pretty fair number out of it. Which it's not leaning two-sided on just performance. It's not leaning two-sided on just styling. It's kind of a good balance. But also, like a BRZ, for example, would be crazy high in handling, but really low in performance because it's not like top end. It would be great on styling, but X Factor's kind of I agree. Okay, so far the Mustang is 3.92. The Charger is 3.74. Let's see what the Camaro has to offer. This interior is like a jet fighter. The leather interior is nice. This wins on X Factor for interior by far. And you got like the safe light rear view mirror. Chevrolet does Corvettes, so this reminds me. I was about to say, why does this remind me low-key of a Corvette interior? Jesus. Oh, this screen is better. I do have to say, screen is better. There's LEDs. I feel like I'm getting hugged in this seat. Even the sides. This seat is sick, bro. I'm gonna. Even the sides are bolstering me, dude. This feels like I want to take off. I feel like sporty in this. The Charger felt like I was in an SUV. It does. It feels like I'm in a four-door. It feels that in a Durango, on God, could have been the same interior. Yeah, I'll be honest. Okay. What it doesn't have in the most crazy aesthetics, I think in the ZL1 package, it has like a perfect stock body front bumper. It looks super aggressive, super mean. This thing is, for a shorter person, as long as you're not tall, this might be the most comfortable interior. If you're tall, it's over for you, bro. Bro, you've got no viewing at all. Your view is hood and roof immediately. And the biggest A-pillars I've ever seen in my life. The body styling is so crazy because your side view mirror, it looks like I'm looking out of a submarine instead of a car. Oh. The exhaust sounds better on this one. I forgot this had an exhaust when we took it out. I'm like, I don't remember Val's there was a big bathtub on this before. Yeah. How do you like the exhaust? Is it too drony on the freeway? Does Alyssa hate it or no?
No, it's not as drony as I thought it would be.
That's good. What does a rev down feel like? Ooh. Paddle shifters is kind of tight. Paddle shifters is tight. I wish my BRZ had one. BRZ's manual or automatic also have paddle shifters. That's kind of sick. I wish I got one. I wish the Z was a manual. I wish the BRZ was an automatic. Low key. You got them backwards. But I do love the BRZ being a manual, actually. Dude. Immediately, I do have to say, visibility's a little lower, but it makes up for it in comfort. And like the entertainment and the infotainment system is absolutely incredible. It feels like a blend of I'm in a spaceship, as well as, like, I will be honest, feels supercar-esque in a lot of ways. Oh yeah. These handles are so responsive. These handles are actually straight taken out of the brand new Corvette as well. It has the same styling, and super handles also have the square handles as well. So it's very responsive. It puts me back in my seat a little bit. Like it is by no means a slouch. It doesn't feel like I'm driving a heavy car, which is probably the best part. I have to be honest, I am a short guy. I'm 5'6". Maybe I can lower my seat a little bit, but I felt me touch the roof right there on that bump. Dude, if you're 6 foot, it's game over.
I'm 5'4". I'm sitting in the back seat. My head has hit this
twice.
Handful of times already.
So in the rear seat, there is actually an indentation in the roof so that you don't hit your head, which is, to me, insane. It shows how tiny the cabin space is. But what it is in it is really clean. Like, everything feels like it has a design, shape, and aesthetic to it. It feels very like there was a conclusive thought across this. The Charger feels like there's a lot of dead space in the dash as well as the actual screen, the heads-up display. This also have a digital heads-up display, so you can see your mile per hour looking at the road. You don't ever have to take your eyes off the road, which is honestly pretty sick. I wish other cars did that. I think GM excels in this field with the heads-up display. They even have like heads-up displays on like their SUVs. It's not just their sports car. I wish more manufacturers did that, just besides like Lexus and
Handling's great. I will say that. It's
Yeah.
shocking me how great the handling
So this is stock suspension, stock wheels. It comes with 20s from factory. While it's like a 295, I believe, 20-inch wheels, all four corners. So you're a squared setup. I'll be honest, daily drivability on this car is really good, except for maintenance of the motors. Because of the fact that they do the 4-cylinder eco mode, it puts more wears and tears on the head gasket in this generation, in particular, and that happens with the V8 and with the V6 model. But the noises on this car is like,
Oh, dude, shifting is just, it's heaven.
it's like 10 out of 10 in my opinion. It feels nimble too. It doesn't feel like a heavy car. The Charger felt slow because of how heavy it was. This car is like 3,900 pounds, but it doesn't feel a lick of 3,900. It feels like a 27, 29 in comparison.
It feels great. Like, if I took this straight off the dealership floor, it's not like a car that I'm really like, fuck man, I just wasted my money. This car feels like you're getting every dollar's worth that you're paying for it.
Oh, 100%.
Especially these used, I mean, what, you can probably now get them for closer to like 16, 17K probably?
Probably like a
Higher
heavily
mileage.
what I think a realistic, like a good trim package one, you can probably get for 24, 25, which is honestly a lot of bang for the buck in like a quarter of $100,000 market. You're not gonna get another muscle car that checks as many boxes as this one does. Damn. And it got heated seats. I'm just realizing all the
And
options.
it's vented seats too.
Vented and heated seats, dude.
Bro's got the Rolls Royce of
Heated
muscle
steering
cars.
wheel too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, so this is not even the newest car. This is a year older than my Charger. And just think about all the features that this car has that mine doesn't have. The X factor on this car to
bro.
me is the entertainment.
Oh, dude. You guys are not in my seat right now, but this seat is, Val, I'm jealous of your seat, bro. This is a comfy, not just physically, but like just the experience of driving this car. This car is heavenly, bro.
I don't even use the shifters, homie. I'm always an automatic.
Oh, bro, you need to. Bro, I just click and a little music to my
That's
ears.
sick, dude. I'll be honest. So this is the V6 trim, but the exhaust note reminds me of like a stock 458 Italia, and it has such a crisp definition in the notes. And when it goes through the gear, it's so smooth. But then whenever you downshift, it has that little burble that you're looking for. This is a great dailyable car. Val drives this every single day to and from work, on weekends, on dates with his girl. It is definitely a daily driver's car. It checks all of the boxes.
There's not a single part of this car where I'm like, actually visibility.
Visibility is the biggest thing on this.
Visibility, reliability maybe.
I think also aftermarket application on this car, out of all the three that we just drove, I think this is the most lackluster as far as aftermarket application. To be fair,
Bro, rip it at a straight on the low.
I'll get it real quick. I'll also switch it back to like normal drive mode, so I just rip and I don't have to shift.
yeah, let me,
Cause I'm revving it, like I'm not revving it as efficiently as I can, just because I want to hear the flutters, you know.
My gas.
Oh yeah, I'm revving it a little extra high. I'm leaving it hanging at 5K just to listen to it.
yeah. So I think as far as aftermarket application, this is probably the most least supported platform out of the ones. But I think what it doesn't have in aftermarket applications, I think it makes up for in stock applications. From the factory, they have really good upgraded springs. They have a really good upgraded aero package for this car. The stock spoilers on this car even look cool, which is crazy. Yeah, this is fucking ridiculous. I'll be honest.
Oh, bro, the little 5-over.
That is so good for a car that weighs as much as it does.
It doesn't. It puts me in my seat, but I don't feel like the wheels are kicking out. Like it doesn't feel sketchy.
It
in
feels
in the snow. How is this, Val?
It's like any other sort of like rear-wheel drive car. As long as you're careful, it's usually not a problem.
But you
Nice.
spin it occasionally, like in the snow.
It'll definitely spin the wheels for sure.
Okay. I was gonna say this feels really planted. I would be surprised if you spun it in the snow, but fuck.
just based on passenger seat feel. I would rather drive this in the winter than my Mustang. And I drove the Mustang 3 winters. And I'll be honest, that thing, even when I'm on a flat terrain with very little ice, I was slipping. This just feels like it knows where it wants to be. And also the weight probably also helps the daily drivable aspect to this in the winter because it will have its own momentum to be able to put it where it wants to.
I love when the owner of the car tells me to just hammer on it. He's like, you're being too soft on it. Dude, step on it more. Dude, this is solid. This might be the highest score.
I've been in this car quite a bit, but even though from my memory, it's doing better than my memory served it, which I think is also a testimony. Because when it's your own car and you don't drive it for, let's just say, a weekend or 2 weekends, and you bring it out, you want that excitement of being able to get behind the wheel again and look forward to driving your car, and this does that. Like,
you can go from point A to B, non-exciting. You can also have the most amount of fun you can, and it's up to you, which is nice.
I just wish this didn't feel so claustrophobic.
We're a little crammed in this. We're little sardines in a can.
We're all like fairly average height dudes and
Shorter on
If I'm
average.
not mistaken, the wheelbase might be shorter.
It's the most, so it's the least width wide car as far as track base, but it's the shortest wheel to wheel track base car. So from front wheel to rear wheel, it has the least amount of distance, which makes sense because the Charger's a 4-door after all. One thing which I noticed in this car, that the mirrors on the side, they don't have the fisheye lens anywhere on the mirror. So I'm sure your blind spots are actually even more blind spots than
Positive or negative?
sunroof is a plus, I think. Like, there's no con. If you don't want it, you close it, and then there's nothing there. You know what I mean?
Okay, fair.
I do have collision detection on both mirrors.
Oh, yeah, my Charger has that, I'll be honest. Sometimes it doesn't pick up things the best. I just feel like it's kind of, there's dead spaces. Okay, so what are we giving this Camaro for performance out of 5? I gotta go 4. I'm gonna go 4 too, I agree. I think there's more you can get out of it. I think the VA application is excelling. It's an LS after all. I think this car is like really good out of the box. There's not much you have to do.
Yeah, 100%.
We're keeping it consistent here. We're giving it a
4
4 across the
the man
board.
of consistency.
Okay, so performance, we're giving it a 4 across the board. What are we doing for handling?
This thing shocked me. I'm gonna give it a 5.
5 for handling? Perfect handling?
I've not given a car a 5 in a category yet.
No, that's true. Okay. I'm gonna say because I drove it and I loved it, but out of the passenger seat, I think I'm gonna give it a 4.
I'm telling you now, I put it in every corner. I was never once like, I can't do it.
It
just felt smooth.
Okay,
It
cool.
felt great.
It's planted.
It's
It's
planted.
not overly heavy.
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay. You don't feel the heaviness of it. So far it's going really good. What are we gonna rate it for styling?
This with the ZL1 front bumper looks great.
I think
It's stock body, which is rare for cars.
I think out of all these stock body, I would rate this the highest. But if we're talking about it being modified, I would rate it in the middle.
The Charger has a wide body from factory on some of them.
That's kind of tight.
So it's like, I'm gonna say styling on this, 4. I gotta be consistent.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a 3.
Okay. That's crazy, I feel like.
Only because I think out of stock body it's the best, but once you throw mods on it, I think it's the middle. So I'm giving it the
Okay.
middle. You said 4?
Yeah.
What did you guys say?
Yeah,
4? 4? Okay, so 4 and a 3. What do you give me, Jacob?
We're on a roll here. We're giving this a 4.
4.
I
Yeah.
like this.
Okay. We're pretty
Me
honestly.
and Jacob are kind of aligned on
The
this.
lowest score was me just giving that as 3 just in styling. X Factor, what are we giving this? There's a lot of there's a lot of pros and there's a lot of cons. So how are we feeling across the board?
Interior's amazing. Visibility ass. Space pretty bad.
Am I
But-
touching the glove box?
I'm a short guy. I feel cramped. This feels like a Miata interior, but it's a muscle car.
It feels like a
So I'm gonna say
4-seat
I'm
Miata.
gonna say with everything, I have to give it. This is so crazy. I have to give it like a 2. It cannot. It has to. A 3 is average, right?
3 is average.
Dude, I would say this is shitty. I'd give it a 2 for sure.
I was gonna. I'm like debating between a 2 and a 3.
Dude, yeah, just sitting back
If
here,
you're in the back seat, it's a 2. If you're in the front seats, it's a 3.
it's definitely a 2-seater car for sure.
This is a.
They
This
should
is.
have made this a 2-seater. This should be the Supra where it's just
Yeah,
2
it's, yeah, with a big trunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a. What are you giving it first? I'll go off of you.
I'm gonna be honest. X Factor for the interior. If it had a roomier interior and it still had the level of quality, I would have given this a 4. but because of the fact that I feel so cramped, the visibility's terrible. The A-pillars are literally almost like the safety department rated this A-pillar as the worst A-pillar design. They said that this is the worst design. When you're sitting there, your side mirror to your A-pillar
I would kill a small child.
is like a foot and a half wide. Like,
I would kill a small child.
so I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna give it a 2, but I think it makes up for it.
If Sky
every
goes
other
to 2,
time.
then I will go with 3. I wanted to average it out.
Okay.
That's
How
what
are
I
we feeling,
wanted.
Jacob?
I wanted to honestly go to 2.5.
Visibility is like the most important thing in a car.
Yeah.
I'm giving this a 2.
Interior is awesome though. If you're in the front seat,
Dude, I feel like
you
I'm in
just
an
can't
airplane.
you just can't be 6 foot, and other than that, it's crazy. Dude, even the buttons, they click when you turn them. It's so satisfying.
And there's like a beveled edge to each one of the little things.
It's
so
crazy.
You feel like you're grabbing something that's like a fancy like handle on like a kitchen cabinet
It's quality.
or
It's
something.
quality. Interiors, if the interior on its own was a score, it'd be a 5.
Yeah. Also, I think the modifications in this car, as long as you don't go too crazy, only level it up and it doesn't take away from anything. A lot of the modifications that I see people do is like more lighting and things like that. And as far as the interior goes, I feel like it adds to it. Like
Like
this
a starry roof.
Yeah, this LED right here is beautiful. It has a Bose sound system. So my Mustang has a Bose. The Charger has an Alpine. Again, Bose sound system, 2018.
Also,
so it sounds
just
incredible.
feel the click of this. Just what? It feels so satisfying.
That feels good.
It so feels so good.
Okay,
Oh,
recap.
this feels
So Mustang got a 4 for performance.
Yeah.
Charger got a 4.3. This got a 4. So Charger's in the lead so far. Recapping, handling on a Mustang,
Dumb
366. The Charger, 333. This car, 433. So it's the highest so far. So this is in the lead. And styling, we gave the Mustang a 4. We gave the Charger 4.66. And we gave this car a 3.66. I think that's pretty fair. That puts Mustang at the highest at this point.
Yeah.
X Factor, Mustang got a 4. Charger got a 2.66. This got a 2.66. So Mustang's in the lead. Charger's the
Mustang's
next.
gonna win. Mustang's
So
gonna
Mustang's a 3.92. We gave the Charger a 3.74. And we gave the Camaro a 3.58.
Wait, the Charger beat this?
The Charger beat this.
The visibility really fucked this one up, yo.
And the
Charger
comfort.
and the space is what it is.
I am. Look at where my knees are, and I'm in the front. Look at that dude. That dude has
Yeah, that's
no.
why as a smaller person, I was like, I should be behind Griffin.
This is awful.
If you want me to sit up, like my head is
My head is touching the roof. This car is sick though. Like as a daily driver, if I said fuck all my other, like fuck having a
Yeah.
passenger, fuck everything else, this car for me is like. This
What
is
I would
vibes.
do if I had to take a car and just make it the most like beast all around best car, I would use this platform. I would jack the seats on on bucket seats. I'd move it all the way back. Say screw the back seats,
Just say fuck it, yeah.
and just make it as comfortable in the front as possible.
Yeah.
And this car, I think, would win genuinely. If you guys want to see more videos like this where we compare a range of cars, JDM cars, early 90s, whatever you guys want us to do, let us know down in the description. I appreciate Val letting us borrow his Camaro. And drop a like and subscribe. Peace out. Take care.